The upcoming Poya day is the Nikini Poya day. Nikini Poya day is the upcoming Poya day. So, for the Nikini Poya day, do you have any plans for the Nikini Poya day? How are you going to spend the Nikini Poya day? Are you going to spend the Nikini Poya day just like the way you spend the other days? No, you shouldn't do that. On the Poya days, Devas are searching for people who do good deeds, who observe 8 precepts and who take care of who look after the mother and father. Even God Sakka, early morning, before he goes somewhere else, before he getting to the divinely vehicle, he worships the virtuous people. The gods come to the human world to see who's taking care of the mother and father, who is observing 8 precepts. So on a Poya day, if you all are observing 8 precepts and developing higher virtues, you are seen by Devas. Once you are seen by Devas, you are protected by Devas. So on the Nikini full moon Poya day, Arahant Maha Kassapa gathered 500 Arahants and protected the Buddha's teachings, uttered the Buddha's teachings and protected for another 5,000 years. And on the Nikini full moon Poya day, Venerable Ananda became an Arahant. So, Venerable Ananda became an Arahant on the Nikini full moon Poya day. Venerable Ananda had a wonderful mind. Venerable Ananda attained to the Supreme Buddha for 25 years with thoughts of loving kindness, with words of loving kindness, with actions of loving kindness. How did he do that? Because he had a wonderful mind. When first Arahant Maha Kassapa met the Supreme Buddha, Arahant Maha Kassapa was advised like this. The Supreme Buddha said to Arahant Maha Kassapa, "Dear Kassapa, even towards the monks who are senior to you, even towards the monks who are equal to you, similar to you, who are equal in qualities, even towards the monks who are junior to you, you should have respect. You should not look down or step down the junior monks. You should have respect towards the senior monks and also towards the monks who are equal to you and junior, the same respect." So Arahant Maha Kassapa was so obedient, humble. Imagine the Buddha's advice, even towards the junior monks, Arahant Maha Kassapa should have a happy mind. Because they all belong to Mahasangha. They all belong to the Buddha's disciples. So Venerable Ananda became an Arahant in a posture that a normal person would not become an Arahant. Usually some monks, they become Arahants when they are seated. Some monks while they are walking, some monks while they are standing, some monks while they are lying down. Venerable Ananda became an Arahant, not in any of these postures. So, Nikini full moon Poya day can be a day for you all to light a lamp to Arahant Maha Kassapa and to those 500 Arahants who uttered the Buddha's teachings, who chanted, who recited the Buddha's teachings, the whole of Tripitaka. Even today we are teaching these teachings because Arahant Maha Kassapa recited all those teachings. So you can light even 500 lamps to those 500 Arahants who recited the Buddha's teachings after the passing away of the Buddha. And also you can especially light a lamp to whom? To Arahant Ananda. If you would like to have a good memory power, the refuge is Arahant Ananda and mindfulness. So today we are hoping to teach you about mind. We are going to teach you about the mind. This mind can create a dream world for us children. Just because we can't control this mind, we don't pay attention. Just because we don't know the danger of not controlling the mind, we don't pay attention. We pay attention to the body. We pay attention to our friends. We pay attention to the parents. We pay attention to our grandparents. But do we pay attention to our mind? If the mind is not well taken care and well focused, the mind will go on long journeys. In these long journeys that you go, you will have good moments and bad moments. So just by the thoughts that are created mentally, not physically. Now, if someone is hitting you physically, if someone is scolding you right now, if you feel sad, we can excuse you. That could be an excuse. But then just imagine an incident happened 2 years ago. You think after 2 years and then purposely you feel sad. What do you think about that? Isn't it because of an undeveloped mind that is going on long journeys? Yes, it is. It's because of an undeveloped mind. Sometimes we think evil things and then we go on long journeys, we dream, we daydream, and then what happens once the mind get back to normal way of thinking, we feel shy of ourselves, don't we? Sometimes we go to places, we forget the reason we went there. Sometimes we come from the top floor to the ground floor, we forget the reason we came to the ground floor. So, this mind shouldn't be like that. This mind can be well directed in the right path. Buddha preached a nice stanza for these children. What's the stanza? Let's chant that stanza first. Say after me. Durangamang ekacharang asarirang guhasayang ye chittang sanyamesanti mokkanti marabandhanang. The mind goes on long journeys. This mind is dwelling inside this body. If someone, a wise person, guards this mind very well, control the minds very well, he will escape from the bondages of Mara. He will not get trapped by the Mara. Remember, there's a person called Mara in this world. He's very powerful. He can take our lives. He can drive our lives into a disaster, into a bad world. So the reason Buddha preached this stanza is, it's a story for us to learn. It's a story for us to learn and remember it throughout our life. What happened, children? There was a monk called Sangarakita. So this monk was an Arahant. Then this Arahant had a sister, a sibling. This sister later on gave birth to a baby boy. And then this mother thought, after this child becomes 7 years or 8 years, I will not let him to live a lay life. I will ordain him. The mother thought, if I ordain this child, he will be taken care by the Arahants. He will be looked after by Arahants with thoughts of loving kindness. He will be guided properly. He will be taken care by the lay people. He will learn Dhamma from monks. He will only learn the things that he should learn in life. He will spend day and night just for the purpose of attaining Nibbana, not partially. He will have the chance to live for the purpose of living life. He will always meet good people. He will have shy and fear to do bad deeds. Why? Among the monks, all the monks, majority of the monks are good. So when he has to live with people who are doing good deeds, he will also have to do good deeds even if he doesn't like. Now when regular people, when they try to do good deeds, the friends don't like. Or else some parents don't like when children do good deeds. Sometimes when children observe 8 precepts, maybe sometimes 4 times a month, Maybe on weekends, the parents tell, why do you all have to be so religious? Eat after 12 o'clock. Don't starve. Children, if your parents advise like that, what should you do? Tell your mother or father, Dad, why don't you try one day like this? Tell the happiness that you experience. When you stop eating after 12 o'clock, remember you are controlling your desires in the mind. On other days, if you are opening your fridge 10 times, on that day, it will reduce to 3 times. Then ask your father, would you like to reduce the electricity bill or increase the electricity bill by opening the fridge 10 times a day? And then the food will be saved. During this pandemic, you can save money. And 8 precepts, there are many more results. But then, children, don't take milk tea even after 12 o'clock. No soup, just a fruit juice is fine. So, when a person becomes a monk, every day he will be observing 10 precepts and 227 precepts. If it is a junior monk, a novice monk, a samanera monk, it will be 10 precepts plus. Altogether, it's 75 precepts as a novice monk. And then as a high ordained monk, 227. So his life will be fully dedicated to a Buddha. Then this mother thought, I would ordain my son and let me be his last mother and let this son be my last son. What is that? The mother and son are both hoping to attain Nibbana. Then this child was ordained, and then one day this child got a robe, a beautiful cloth, a very silk cloth to stitch a robe. Then this junior monk thought, I would offer this to my senior monk. But then the senior monk refused. Then the senior monk knew that the junior monk is not happy because the senior monk rejected the junior monk's gift. Then the senior monk, just to make the junior monk happy, told the junior monk to fan the senior monk. You know, from this fan that we have, we use it to fan. And while preaching, we keep it. So the senior monk told the junior monk to fan the senior monk. Then while the junior monk was fanning the senior monk, the junior monk was wandering, was dreaming. Now the mind of the junior monk is going on long journeys, has started going on a long journey. Now the junior monk thought, my senior monk did not accept my robe. Well, no point of living as a monk anymore. I will go home. I will become a normal person. I will become a lay person. But after I become a lay person, I need money. Now he's thinking all these things while fanning the senior monk. Then this junior monk is now thinking, well, without money I can't survive. Then he thought, I can sell this cloth. Now this Sangha's property, he is going to sell it to lay people and spend a lay life. Then he thought, if I would sell this cloth, I would be able to buy a cow, and then I could take milk from the cow. Then this cow will produce a calf. When there's a calf, I'll get more milk. Then he thought, well, then from that money I can buy a land, then a paddy field, then build a house. But one person will be missing. Who's that? A girl. Then he thought, I would also get married. Now see how far this monk has gone. Is his mind protected? Was his mind protected? No. Now then he thought, after some time I will have a child also. Then he thought, when I have a child, I will come back and again meet my teacher. Then he thought, then I will have a horse carriage. I will buy a horse carriage by that time. Then he thought, okay, I'll get into the horse carriage with my wife and the child, and then I'll come to the temple. Now, while he's fanning, he has gone home, bought a cow, and then from that cow, another calf, then milk, then bought a paddy field, then a house, then got married, then has got on to a horse carriage, and now again have come back to the temple. Now imagine how much this mind can be distracted. Now, but still fanning the monk, still fanning the senior monk. and thinking all this rubbish. Now don't you all also think like this? At school, when you're at school, your mind is at home. When you're at home, your mind is at school. Sometimes when you're doing homework, your mind is at the playground. Don't do like that. Now see the danger when you don't control your mind. Did you know what happened at the end? Then this junior monk told the wife, now we have to get off. We have to get down from this horse carriage. And then he thought, when we get down from the horse carriage, if my wife drops the son, I will hit my wife like this. And then he hit the wife. But unfortunately, children, whom he hit? He hit the Arahant. With the fan, he hit the Arahant. And then the Arahant, Sangarakita Thera, said, junior monk, you hit me. Why did you hit me? What happened to your horse carriage? Look, because of your girl, you hit me. So this junior monk became so shy and then wanted to run away. But then the senior monk got hold of the junior monk and took to the Supreme Buddha. And then the Supreme Buddha taught this wonderful stanza we uttered. And then this junior monk became an Arahant after hearing that stanza. See, even a person who had a mind, an undeveloped mind like that, just after hearing a stanza of 4 lines, was able to become an Arahant. See how powerful the Buddha's teachings are. That's why we share these Buddha's teachings with you all. Now see, children, this mind, we should not let this mind get rusted like this. We should watch our mind and see what kind of thoughts are being generated. And we should think whether we are going to maintain these thoughts or we are going to abandon them. If they are wholesome, maintain. But if they are unwholesome, don't let them to arise even. If unwholesome thoughts arise, abandon them immediately and be happy. Even if it is a thought or a situation that made you feel you sad, don't think about it, because there's no point of thinking these thoughts that makes you sad. So by learning this story of this junior monk who became Arahant, may you also have the opportunity to become Arahants one day. See, in the beginning of the sermon I taught you about Venerable Ananda, Arahant Maha Kassapa. And also we can talk about Arahant Sariputta. Arahant Sariputta said that my mind is like the earth, my mind is like water, my mind is like fire, my mind is like wind. Why? Even if you spit to the earth does not get angry. Arahant Sariputta had a mind like that. So we should develop our minds by learning these wonderful stanzas, this Dhammapada Stanza, and make our lives protected through the Buddha's teachings. And let's have a hope to maintain a good mind for 1 week, children. Namo Buddhaya. Theravada.